really hot. Ellis, do you like hot summer weather? Like when it's, I don't know, 38 or 40 degrees, it's really hot. Let's see. And let's see if we got our record. Good, good. Our recording is good. Kuyen, Mr. Bao, how are you? Kuyen, good homework, thank you. Mr. Bao, Kuyen Bao. Hello, Kuyen.
Yes.
Thank you for your homework. It was good.
Thanks.
And all you guys did really good homework. So thank you very much for your hard homework, your good homework. I was impressed. I think you guys worked hard on your homework. Let me see if I can get the homework ready for you guys. One moment, please. Okay, well, there we go. Okay. And let's see, whose homework do I want to look at first? Okay, here we go. We have so many homework things. Let's take a look. I'll look at maybe 3 of these homework. Let's see, Min, you're here. You did Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That's good. Cherry and Hannah and the Yellow Brick Road. That's pretty cool too. Ha is here. Dune, Vin, the Old Man and the Sea. Beck.
Hi.
Hello, Beck. How are you? Is that
Hello.
Beck? Oh, Hannah. Hey, Hannah. How are you?
I'm good.
Hey, Hannah.
Yes.
You know, my sister's child's name is Hannah. She's not a child now. She's 34 years old. She even has a baby now. But my sister used to call her H. It was the cutest thing. So sometimes I would say, "Hey H," because you know Hannah H, right? You have your H's. Hey H.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
That's just happening because in my debate class there are 2 Hannah, so yeah.
There's Hannah and Hana. Or you could go back to the Japanese style Hannah and call yourself Hanako. Hannah, you lived in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in Vietnam, so yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you lived in another young student lived in Japan. Sometimes students come from Japan, but their families are from Vietnam. And you know, Hannah, there's this crazy story amongst the junior high school students in Japan that if you go to the girls' toilet room, toilet number 3, if you knock 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and you say, Hanako, 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 a ghost girl comes and she grabs you and she pulls you down into the toilet like a monster. Isn't that gross?
That is really more like, that's truly an urban legend.
Total urban legend, Ben. And it's in all the schools all around Japan. They tell the story of Hana-chan in toilet number 3. Yeah. Well, they say Hana-chan because in Japanese for a young girl, you say chan, C-H-A-N, Hana-chan. Here, you guys, I'll put that in chat because sometimes you guys ask me questions about Japan. Although some of you lived there. Sorry, teacher, I cannot turn on the mic, says Beck. Okay, or Ben. That's fine, Ben. You'll be okay. Okay, so if it's a boy, you say like Hiroshi, and then you say kun, Hiroshi kun. But if it's a girl, you say Hana-chan. For Hana-san, like you say Hana-san, you say Hana-chan. It's a cute way of saying the girl. So Hana-san becomes Hana-chan. And a boy's name Hiroshi becomes Hiroshi-kun. But I think someone is in Japan in this class, or is it on Monday's class? Someone is actually in Japan. Hello, Doong. How are you?
I'm great. And
Doing
how
your
about
mic?
you?
Pretty good. I'm having a
Yeah.
good day. I was telling the other students that it was very sunny in Japan, in Hiroshima today, but it was still very cold. So I took a really nice 30-minute walk around our neighborhood up on the mountain, and I loved it. I see the same old men at the same time. They're like 5 old guys. They're like at least 80 years old doing it. I always say hello. Japanese always go like they quick bow, like hello, hello. They're sweet old men. They're much older. I'm 58 years old, They're like 22 years older than I am. So, hey, Capicabra is here. Capybara, the famous huge rodent of Brazil, of the Amazon. How are you, Master Capybara? With the blue hair avatar. Hello, Capybara with the blue hair avatar. Are you there? Is your mic okay, Mr. Capybara? We have to wait for him because sometimes his avatar gets in the way of the microphone or something. CC, are you here? Hello, CC.
Yes, I'm here, teacher.
How are you today, CC? Always good to hear from you.
Yes, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Pretty good. I was telling everyone I enjoyed a sunny day and I went outside to get some clothes that we left outside in the cold, dry air. And I looked up and there were these beautiful stars and planets. And there are
Yes.
3 planets, you know, Jupiter, Mars, and another one in a perfect triangle. It's really magic. It's really cool.
Yes.
Mercury?
Today
Mercury. I think it's
my
Mercury.
voice
Yeah.
so bad because I was sick.
Oh, okay. Did you have the sore throat?
No, teacher.
Dry cough?
I flew.
Okay. Hey, you guys, let me just check. I'm not sure if we're on the Zoom that has a time limit. I don't see it, you guys. It says meeting 40 minutes. Yeah, we're on the 40-minute plan. We're trying to change that for next week. We promise we'll change that for you guys. So let's talk until about,
Why can't you just get a timer from the apps?
well, I'm looking up at my timer here. It's fine, Mr. Sigma. Besides Sigma, those are top secret timers. You have to be careful with them. Okay. Hey, listen, I can keep an eye on the time. Sigma, I have it up here. Let's go until 8 o'clock your time in Vietnam. That's 10 o'clock in Japan. So after about 35 minutes, we'll take our break and then take a 5-minute break, go get something to drink, use the toilet, or you guys eat your pho, which is always fun. Enjoy a big pot of pho. In America, they say pho, P-H-O, they say pho, but you guys have to teach them to say pho. Okay. Chow said, sorry, teacher, my Wi-Fi is super, super lag. Yeah, Chow, we were having problems here in my house with our Wi-Fi. So my wife got a new Wi-Fi box that we're going to start using maybe tomorrow. Hey, Charlie, good to see you. How are you, Charlie?
I'm fine, thank you.
Charlie, that's a great name, you know. In the Vietnam War, the Americans on their radios called the North Vietnam soldiers, they called them Charlie, because it was Viet Minh were Viet Cong, so they called him Victor Charlie. To say, Charlie, be careful. So I love that name. Hey, you guys, I just got a message saying we only have 10 minutes left. This is crazy. So let me just warm up. Let's do a couple of stories, and then I'll let you guys take a 10-minute break much sooner than I thought, you guys. I'm a little bit wondering, why is that? 10 minutes only, that's, hey, Sigma, that's super cheap. They gave me the timer and it says we only have 9 minutes left. That's crazy, Sigma. Okay, you guys, let's take a look. I love these Charlie and the Chocolate Factory story. Here's Min's. Let's check Min's thing here and I'll put it on the share screen. Min, are you here? Is your microphone working okay?
Yes, it's okay.
Hey, Min, would you like to read what you wrote? Because I really like this.
Okay. Can I just read like the edited version or the original one?
I'll tell you what, if you read the edited one right here, then I can read a paragraph. If you read a paragraph, is that okay?
Okay. Let me start. So, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is a children's novel written by Roald Dahl, a well-known British-Norwegian writer, and illustrated by Quentin Blake, Roald Dahl's favorite illustrator. It was first published in the United States in January 1964 and in Britain in November of the same year. This book is rated the best children's story ever written by Roald Dahl and well received in the public. Also, the book has 2 film adaptations, one in 1971 and the other in 2005. It is suitable for 5 to 7 years old children and above that age.
Yeah, I forgot my typing was bad there. Okay, very good, Min. It says the story is about the main character, Charlie Bucket. Charlie is a kind little boy who is born from a poor family and lives with his parents and his parents' grandparents, which is hard to say.
Yeah.
One day, when he is walking from school back to his home, he discovers a 50-pence piece in the edge of a sewage hole. With the coin, he buys a Wonka chocolate bar in a grocery store and finds a golden ticket from Willy Wonka. As a result, he wins a full-day visit into the gigantic and marvelous chocolate factory of Willy Wonka, who is a confectionery genius and the manager of the factory. With 4 other children, Charlie tours the legendary factory with other winners of the golden ticket. Their parents also have to accompany the kids. Amongst the kids, there are Augustus Gloop, Veruca Salt, Mike TV, and Violet Beauregard. In fact, the 4 children, excepting Charlie, are spoiled kids. It's really wonderful, Min. Thanks. You did a nice job on this.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at this part here, Min, because when I was 7 years old, I think I was in 2nd grade of primary school, and our teacher read this for us every day after lunch. And there was this really cute girl. I forget her name. I always loved to talk to her. She's kind of like a girlfriend to me, even though I was only 7 years old. And we were talking about this book, and she said, if I was in a candy world, I would ask the teacher if I could start eating the peppermint grass. And then I thought, well, why would you have to ask the teacher? You could just go outside and eat it, right?
Yeah, true. It's a bit like insane in some part.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a wonderful story, by the way. And then this is all very good, Min. I didn't need to correct it. So we can stop there. You did a great job on this. Also, Min, thank you. You did 4 full paragraphs with a conclusion. So you're right where you should be for our writing course. So thanks, Min. You're ready to go.
Yeah.
Nice. I also left in my message here that I always felt sorry for Charlie's Bucket's great grandparents because they're so poor and sick that they just stay inside and eat soup in bed all day.
Yeah, they are a bit conservative to me. Like
conservative.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true for old people. They're just conservative like that.
Very interesting observation, Mr. Min. I like that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Very old and conservative.
Yes.
Yeah. Some of Roald Dahl's stories are really sad. He also is a writer, you guys, who he sometimes leaves violent stuff like in Charlie Chocolate Factory. None of the kids are killed, but they do get sucked into the machines. And some adults said, that scares children. What do you think? Is that okay?
I think like the part like when Veruca Salt accidentally fall into the garbage hole, leading to the incendiary, like the place where they burn garbage.
Yeah,
I thought that like that's the end of her life, but but then Wonka just said that don't worry, the incendiary won't open on Tuesday. It was Tuesday at the time, and what a relief! I thought she's gonna roast it like a sausage.
So Roald Dahl, he knows when to take back the violence. Don't make it too crazy with the kids dying or something. But this brings up an interesting point, Min. Those original stories that Walt Disney uses to make the great Disney animations like Snow White and Sleeping Beauty, Hansel and Gretel. You guys know. You guys know those famous stories that come from Germany. Do you know those stories actually had violent, terrible things happening to children? Like in one of our books, someone read Cinderella, which originally comes from China. And did you guys know in the original story, the 2 older sisters want to make the magic slippers go onto their big feet, so they chop off their toes. Right?
Yeah, I know that part.
Man,
I know, but Disney never said that.
But this is normal. This is normal for people before because that's how they think. That's how they think.
That's how they think. But in Vietnam, do you have any of those children's stories that get kind of violent, you guys?
There's some parts.
Some parts, okay.
Yeah.
You know what that means? It's just that terrible things happen to children, so they wanted to keep those in the stories as a lesson about life. That's what people say. So
there was graphic problems.
Graphic novels, graphic stories for children.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. You guys are well prepared to discuss literature. Now, listen, there's this important thing I want to show you. We have 3 minutes. I'm going to do a share screen here because this is so important, you guys. So I was going on ChatGPT today, and there were these things I wanted to check because in some of your writing, I left some comments, and I thought, well, I haven't used this type of writing thing in so long. I'm going to ask ChatGPT what they think, right? So with just 2 minutes left, I'll try to do one of these. Somebody did a book with The Old Man and the Sea. That's excellent. I'm really glad you did that. And so I asked ChatGPT, should we put this in italics where the blue is to make the slant on all the letters? ChatGPT said that's what you should do for book titles. Did you guys know that?
Bold.
Yeah, so you have to put italics. That's the I for italics, right? And so when I was a boy, we used to do the quotation marks, but ChatGPT said schools around the world that teach English aren't doing the quotation marks. They're doing the slant style called italics, right? So we'll use italics in this class just so you guys feel comfortable doing that, right? Our teachers actually had us underline titles too. So there's all these mixed things. So we have to decide on what's the best, right? Now, the next thing, I think it's best if we leave it for after the break. We're going to take a break in about 1 minute. Again, I'm sorry that it did that to us because it's too early to take the break. This is called the eternal now, and that's where you leave all your verbs in the present tense. I wrote that on some of your writing for Sigma and Arta, for Cherry, for Charlie, for Maya. The eternal now means just keep all the verbs in the present. Like instead of saying she went to the supermarket, you write she goes to the supermarket, she sees a magic door, she opens the magic door. This creates excitement in your story. So we're going to use the eternal now. When we come back, I'll tell you why we use that. Of course, it's to create excitement, but there's a couple more there. I think that's all we have to know. Okay, let's take our break, you guys. And I'm sorry about that. We have to get this worked out. Please come back in 5 minutes. So come back in Vietnam time. It will be 7:45. It's 7:45 now. So come back at 7:50. 7:50. Okay. I will see you in just 5 minutes.
1 minute and then 5 minutes.
Bye-bye.
What?
Yeah. So here we go. 1 minute and 5 minutes. So it's 6 minutes total. I will see you back at 7:50. And again, sorry about this. It's just a weird
See you
Zoom.
later.
Before you
Alright.
said that we were gonna have our
It's
break
fine.
at
I know, but we
1
couldn't get
minute.
it fixed. We have to talk.